everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Bengals going up against the Dolphins. Now for the call of this Week 7 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, thank you. The renovations, they have certainly transformed this place as EA Sports welcomes you to beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And a very capable offensive unit here. One of the headliners, Jordan Cameron.
He's listed as a tight end, but he's at his best when he flexes away from the line of scrimmage and runs routes like a receiver.
Second down following the run. Right back to Drake. They find some open field here. And he cuts it back left. Cuts it out to the sideline. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 73 yards. And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. And when you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year.
From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. Running, it's Drake. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle. Forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a third and goal. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
Set, wide, 20. Wide, 20.
Now it's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Frank's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Manziel. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. The first carry now. This is Hill. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Now Manziel going to sneak it. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. And let's run through the Dolphins defense.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
Now Manziel. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Here's Manziel. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. This one caught. Jordan Cameron. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
380. 380.
On 1st down, Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Blue 10. Blue 10. 0. 380. 8. 8.
now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Down, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And it's off the crossbar. Oh, he couldn't even get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play clock winding down. Looking to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. After the interception, here's Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A wall of Dolphins, and there are lots of them there to make the stop.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Matt Darr now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not much happening there. Not much at all. They'll get to it and down it, but at the 35-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now Manziel, he's going to try and go deep again. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Manziel. He's going to go up top again. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Give him 16 yards on the play. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Manziel. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
380. 380. Ace.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Tannehill. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
That's caught at the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Their big-bodied receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the screen, Bernard. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Boom,
And the back goes into motion.
Back there, Philly, here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll set up to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the Bengals are going to have a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Touching that, Marty.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They go play action here on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Hill. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And now they're in the hurry-up. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Drake. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And it's caught by the tight end Cameron. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Four yards remaining now on second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On the counter, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Here's Manziel. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation. On the break from inside to outside, he threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now Manziel. That is caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Manziel going to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
380.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And a catch made by Leonte Carew. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Tannehill. He's got him in, complete. A really nice nice gain of 25 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Trips over here. Trips over here. That's overload.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Over the middle, able to find Carew. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the offense has it first and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They go play action here on, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
Dagger. Zebra.
Here's Tannehill now on second down, and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there, because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Wide 20.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
380.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll run with Drake. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
And now it's 2nd and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, but power his way forward.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Manziel. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Here's Manziel. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Now Manziel. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Jacob Shum now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So now here come the Dolphins. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Ready, 380. 380. Dagger, dagger.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He's going to let this one go. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez, down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Lucky 56.
Manziel going to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Tannehill on first down. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first and 10, Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Manziel. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Manziel. Now he's hit and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Here we go now.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Green 39.
Now Manziel. To the left side here for Eifert. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw again. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
And incomplete. Probably should have had that one, but with the game he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's working inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From South Florida, good night, everybody.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified about what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, heart building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around, hey. What with me now, we running well, hey. Nobody getting, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I'm Mike, lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station.